I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me. An open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round. Welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly. Thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase the bag. I wanna way I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
The venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, I just so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Oops, I forgot to turn my camera off. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. From the last time I saw you, only what? 3 days, it feels like. Just getting the banners up, you guys. Okay, here we go. Mute myself.
On March 10th, 2022, the Chamblee Police Department report from the Atlanta Marriott Northeast Emory area in Atlanta, Georgia. The complaint involved an individual who had fraudulently used someone's debit card information to cover the expenses for a room at the hotel. The owner of compromised debit card, a concerned woman, checked her bank account and noticed unauthorized charges totaling over $1,500 linked to Marriott. The hotel's manager promptly contacted the Chamblee Police Department, initiating an investigation into the suspicious financial transactions.
What happened was, you can go ahead and call me an ambulance. And then just gonna
be like that sometimes, man.
Be like that all the time.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody make it? That's exactly what we were called for. Thank you. Not a problem. Thank you.
What's up?
And of course, I have a guest who's been in the house for 7 days. He charged his lady's card $1,568, and she's calling. She's calling down for me. She wants to be charged. She's like, shh. He just keeps running it up.
Does she know the person?
No. So what people are doing right now in the Marriott community, they're hacking into people's Marriott number, their accounts, and they're making reservations with their credit cards, and they're doing a mobile check-in, which doesn't require us to check ID your card at the front
I've been here
desk.
for this.
Yeah. So this guy, he just keeps extending his stay and extending. He just came down today and extended. And she said she got an alert today that her card was overdrawn and she saw it. So she gave me her information too, her first and last name, and I have her phone number for you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna call her, if I need to call her.
We'll call.
Okay. But he's upstairs.
Okay. You have his name? Do we know
Yes.
his name?
I have all of
Let's see
this.
what you have.
You wonder if it's somebody you dealt with before?
No, probably not. When I came for this last time, they never came to actually. They never checked into the room.
Oh.
They did everything mobile, but they never came here and checked in the room. So housekeeping went inside. It was like nobody's been here. Remember that one? That was on the.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And then remember the one that he did with the guy who was here.
Him?
Yeah.
He was here.
Yeah.
With the crazy dude?
No, it was a different guy. He-
There's been so many.
Why you
I
smiling? That
mean,
video.
I remember the crazy. You remember the crazy guy? Somebody's gonna jump off the 12th floor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nah, he went crazy. He was just crazy about the girl.
Yeah.
The girl said she was gonna leave.
To make sure, tell them that 2 lanes have a problem with their parking. So this is the information that I have from Mr.
Her birthday?
No,
His name?
name and address.
How did we get that information?
He had to provide his ID at the front desk to get the key,
Do you have
but we
that?
don't provide. Yep, that's the information.
License number. I'm looking for license.
No, we don't have that.
Um,
So we don't
scan
take,
IDs?
no, we don't scan IDs or take license numbers. We just take addresses and names and phone numbers.
He gave you ID with his name on it. Well, I'm not.
Well, that's
I'm
what
not
he
sure
made the reservation under.
Okay.
He made the reservation with that address.
Okay. Made reservation with this, and he had to come to the desk to confirm. He didn't come to the desk
He
at all.
didn't come to this. He did a mobile check-in.
And he just used this.
Yes,
Is it possible he could use any name?
it is possible if he got the mobile key. Yeah,
Okay.
but you know what?
You know what he looks like?
He's been extending with the mic every day. She has to check his ID in order to give him keys. So he has to have that. Has to be
The
his
name
name.
has to be on his.
That has to be his name.
Perfect.
We're 10 for.
Confirm. He's using 620.
We're talking to the plane now. We're about to head up in just a second.
Okay, so I'll do. We go. Right now we go. You don't know. We can't force our way in.
Oh, never mind.
However,
We're still talking to the complainant front desk. We're about to head up in just a second.
as far as I don't have policy on those things.
Let me check.
But one of you, if you don't answer, like I said, you would have to
I'm going
not.
with
All right, gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Also be advised on
I don't care what goes on.
You're
To the fire hydrant up here at Shanley Tucker and we're
All right.
And then if he
down
tells
area
you, let him know who's
discussion water right
Is he in
now.
his office? He's not in his office. I don't know where he is.
The officers proceeded to the suspect's room in order to make inquiries.
How many times have you changed the extended reservation?
He's on day 7 right now.
So he only made a date for a day reservation, and then he just keeps coming down.
I'm not sure what the original reservation was set for yet.
But you know, at least once.
Yeah.
And so far, we have authorized her card for $466, but we have done an actual charge for $1,102.
All right, well, we'll get all the exact information. Once we make contact with him, we'll go from there. And we'll call her.
I'll give it to the guy. He's brave to stick around for 7 days.
Yeah, you're doing something like that. And then she's
Oh.
like hysterical on the phone. She's like, this is all of my, I feel so bad when she calls.
She'll get a bad pay.
Yeah, definitely. We'll make sure.
This Atlanta. I mean, you surprised. Hey. Come on first.
Officers repeatedly knocked on the door, but their calls remained unanswered. The manager provided them with access to the room by unlocking the door.
Fernandez? Fernandez?
Please. Shelby, please.
If you're in here, make yourself known.
Shelby, please.
He's not in here.
They got the whole ironing board out and everything else, living in that hotel room for a week. And Pink Roberto, poo-poo dance.
No, Can't go under the beds.
All right. What is that? Another room? Don't have that room there. You can unlock it. Is there another room behind it?
Yeah. Yeah, they would have to unlock that one.
All right.
There's a couple people living here, it looks like.
Yeah.
And he just came back up there. That's what's so crazy. Because right before I called y'all, he came in and said,
You might have saw us some jitty.
He'll come back. Y'all can deactivate his card, right?
yeah.
That way you got time for the bit. All right.
See, people like this, so I want them to keep calling that.
Oh, yeah.
This is just bad.
Yeah, that was nasty. No, Lord, don't call. I wonder if they got we can pull up his name and address through their little system.
Responding promptly to this unusual turn of events, the manager called the maintenance staff to remove the battery from the door lock. This was a preventive measure to ensure that the suspected fraudster could not re-enter the room.
Have engineering meet me on 6. Okay.
What is it?
He had on a white t-shirt, black shorts, about this tall, heavier brown skin down, a little bit of hair.
Like, more than me. White shirt, white shorts.
Kind of heavy set.
All right.
I'm having to take the batteries out the door so he can't get in.
If he come back and we leave and trying to get into a room, call us and let them tell us. Just try to stick around.
Where's the stairs at? There.
6'4".
Yeah, but I'm saying if he saw us down here,
Clear.
yeah, he could have
Jet
ran.
downstairs.
He could jet down the steps.
Right.
I was very incognito calling you.
Yeah, well, I know. But when you see police vehicles start pulling up, you can't really hide those. So.
Especially if you commit a crime.
And our radios echo.
Anything out of there,
Go ahead, yeah.
I would not.
And our radios echo all through here.
And it's bonus month, like when I'm in the last.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
And I'm gonna have to eat this $1,500.
Ooh. Oh, he gonna get it.
But it's so terrible because we've been running. Like last night, we canceled 2 reservations because people tried to do every day.
Y'all have to deal with this every day.
Terrible. And I don't have to call y'all every day because we, when Marriott policy, we have to issue the keys via mobile.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a hassle because doing that, all these people report fraud. We have to get money back. What's the revenue?
Yeah.
Hey, I need the battery taken out of the door for 620.
So 6'1".
Yeah, I need that door to be completely dead.
Okay.
No, it's hot. It's hot.
Oh, so
Yeah, it ain't just you.
And
as
that's
far
what
as the dates, I think these have the dates.
Should.
Is that be checking? Or is this
Yep.
part?
That's arrival date.
Okay.
So we arrived.
Okay.
Thank you.
Man, he ordered. Let me see this receipt.
He's been ordering a lot of stuff. He's up to
Doing
1,500.
everything, yeah, so the nightly fee is $175 a night, and he's been parking a car. So that's it. It's just been room and tax and parking. He's paying $200+ a night in parking. So it's like you got a baby with him.
Do y'all know what kind of vehicle it is? No. That would have been great. I could have pulled that junk on the float.
I'm gonna go get that too, and take care of it.
Is he back on poop?
I didn't even look. If you want to walk out there and look real quick, we'll hang out right here.
While conducting their investigation, the officers collected essential information about both the victim and the suspected individual and left their contact information.
Did you want the
victim, her name, her number.
I got a name of Maria.
She's probably already in the system.
I'm sure she is. All right. Other than that, I'll pull a case number. You need a copy of the case number?
Oh, no, it's not.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call this lady, and I'll be out for a few minutes if y'all need me to come right here.
Okay.
We'll be close.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too.
The cameras and everything. Make it
Yeah. I'm sure it does. I'm sure the cameras did pick them up.
at least get a.
Some kind of facial or body type or let us know how many. I wish they got cameras out here, right? No? I was going to see maybe we can check what vehicle they had. All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.
The investigating officer reached out to the concerned debit card holder. She shared her side of the story, shedding more light on the situation.
Hello.
Hey, Maria, this Officer Harrison with Chamblee Police Department.
Hi. Hi there.
Hi. I'm here at Marriott. So from what I gathered, someone made a reservation using your credit card, and currently there is. Give me one moment. I just want to go through. Okay, so $1,102.20 has already processed on your card, and currently there are some pending charges. Is that correct?
There's some pending charges, correct?
What's the amount for the pending charges?
It hasn't processed. I don't. Hold on.
Jessica's still here. I'm still here, Marriott. I'll go inside and get the exact dollar amount from Jessica. Not a problem.
Yeah, okay.
Just some information I needed from you, just to confirm you didn't authorize any of these charges.
Absolutely not. And I am actually in San Diego with the card in my possession.
You are where again? I'm sorry.
I'm in San Diego with my card is in my possession, so
Okay.
I know that nobody's taken the card, and they might have just got my information somehow or another. But I have the card with me, so
What kind of card is it?
it's a Bank of America Visa card.
Oh no, I thought it was maybe a credit card. No, it's her bank card. I think. I hope not. Because she said they took all of her money. So maybe it was her. Oh, poor thing. All right, let's see.
And it's a credit card and not a debit card?
It's a debit card.
It's a debit card?
Correct.
When did you notice the charges?
Just today.
Today? Around what time today?
I could tell you it was about 10 o'clock.
Have you called to dispute charges with Bank of America?
Yeah, I actually called them. They told me to make sure with the merchant, which is Marriott.
Mhm.
They told me to call Marriott, so I locked my card first. And then I told them, let me call Marriott and see what's going on. And then that's when Jessica told me that all these charges, I was wondering where all these charges are coming from. And she asked me if I knew the name of the guy that's in the room. And I said, absolutely not. I don't even know who that is. And then she said, let me get police involved and then we'll continue on. So that's where I'm at right now.
Got you. He's been here for some time. He's been here for, I don't know when the charges showed up on your card, but the 4th was the date that he checked in. I don't know when they charged the card, but he checked in on the 4th.
So weird because I was looking and because I have some reservations for Marriott, but not in Atlanta, Georgia. It's here in California. And I said, wait a minute, let me check my app. And when I checked my app, it had this Atlanta, Georgia. And I said, I'm not anticipating anything about Atlanta. And then when I asked the manager, she was like, oh yeah.
Gotcha.
She said that he's been charging whatever, I don't know, but it's been a whole lot of money. And it's kind of creepy.
Got you. What made you check the card? Or what alerted you of this? How did you, discover it?
Well, because, one, I was checking my account, my balance.
Okay.
And then I was like, and let me go ahead and let me go see what these transactions, because I thought I had more money than what I saw on my balance. And then I was like, I don't remember spending that much money. And when I went into it, I saw like several charges to a Marriott. And I said, Marriott? Okay, I have reservations to a Marriott. And then I was like, Atlanta, Georgia. And I said, maybe that's just like a corporate office, like where they charge it at. And then when I checked to see my reservations, it sure enough, it even says the room number, 604. And it says the room number and that I had reservations from the 5th to the 11th. And I'm like, what? No, this is scary, but
Your reservation, is it an upcoming reservation or you've already?
I have an upcoming reservation for, let me tell you exactly. For July.
For July.
It's an upcoming reservation. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
So it's definitely not going anywhere this weekend for sure. But my reservation's for July and it's near Santa Barbara. So, yeah.
Your debit card, is it connected to your Marriott account?
I mean, make sure, but I don't usually try to do that. Account, let's go. Member card. ask for, let's see, a home, a book. No, they don't have, like, you don't put your credit card until you're ready to book.
I was curious because when did you make your reservation, your upcoming reservation?
So I'm trying not to stop it as much, y'all, but listen, that cop should have moved out of the way of view of that hotel some type of way while making that phone call, just in case the guy, comes back and sees there's no cop around and goes in. But there's still him somewhere, close by, very close by. Yeah, I think that would have been a better idea.
My reservation I made
A few weeks ago, a month ago. It didn't have to be exact.
It had to be like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, so and I'm asking that because you had made a reservation there a few weeks ago, and now somebody at Marriott makes another reservation using the same card that you used to make a reservation with. So I'm thinking maybe it had something to do with your Marriott account. That's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah,
but
I'm not exactly sure, but yeah.
No worries. Now I just kind of need some. I have your phone number. I just need. Do you have your license on hand?
I know it. Hold on. Actually, no, I don't have it on hand. Let me. Yeah.
No worries. And before we get off the phone, I'll give you a case number for the police report.
Okay.
After I do the police report, it'll go to a investigator. The investigator will investigate further. So we went up to the room. Stuff was still in the room. So a bunch of clothing was still in the room, but no one was actually inside of the room at the time we went up. So I couldn't detain anybody or.
Yeah.
And I have a name for the person who I'm assuming he made the reservation because he's the same person that came downstairs to extend the reservation. But I don't have a birthday or anything for him, so I couldn't confirm his name.
Oh my God. She mentioned something Tyron.
Yep, I have that name. I have his name. His first and last name, Gregory or something. But I can't confirm it without a birthday. I need a birthday to confirm.
So it looks like they're still there. They haven't checked out?
It looks like they're still there, correct.
Oh, okay. To extend. Okay. Oh my God. So, okay, how does this work then? So you have to get in contact with one of the people that's still there.
Well, so it's just a matter of me confirming his identity. And at some point, because the fact that he came down to extend the reservation, he has to know something. You're extending a reservation. He used his name and everything to extend the reservation. So for one, just a matter of, like I said, get in contact with him, getting his side of the story, and then just saying that we have enough to make an arrest.
Okay. Well, I hope there's no future fraud, made under my name.
Right.
And two, I don't want the Marriott to, be losing out on their money because I'm a good customer of theirs. But
it's not your fault, though. I know these things happen. It's not your fault.
Yeah, I just also want to take somebody like that off the street. It's like that's just not good. So, okay, so I don't know what we should do further then. So then just I know that the manager said she could reverse the charges, but is there anything else that I can do or need to do?
On your ends, no. At some point, like I said, as far as the investigation, a detective will probably follow up with you. They may have more questions. So just keep a lookout for the detective, the Chambly detective that may call you. But as far as what you could do, you've done everything that you could do. You reported to police. You called your credit card company. Your bank, and you also called Marriott. That's everything that you can do.
What county is this again?
This is in Georgia. This is DeKalb County, but the city inside of DeKalb County is the city of Chambly.
Chambly?
Chambly, Chamblee. Chambly.
Okay, Chambly.
Yep.
Okay, I never heard of that in my life. So
have you been to Georgia before? Have you been to Georgia before?
Never.
Never. Okay. Well, this is just outside of the city of Atlanta.
okay.
Yep. So not too far. 10 minutes from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's the county, Chamblee County.
The city is Chamblee. The county is DeKalb County.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So is the oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And then hold on just 1 second. Oh gosh. And then what did you say? Like, I mean, I don't know if I need to have his name, but do I need to know
So before we get off the phone, I'll give you the case number for the incident report, and I'll explain further on how to obtain a copy of the incident report that have everything that we discussed inside of the incident report, just in case in the future, if you have problems disputing your charges, or if this name come up again in the future, you can reference our report.
Okay.
So today I'll complete the incident report. Usually with like 2 to 3 business days, it'll be forwarded over to an investigator. At which point they may or may not contact you within that time frame just to follow up with you. The incident report will be ready for you to obtain a copy. I can provide a phone number where you can call, and they can email a copy of the incident report to your email. So again, this stuff is still in the room. If he returns, I've already, they know to call 911. And if they call us and we come back out, he'll be detained until we figure out exactly, his side of the story as far as what's going on.
Okay.
And if that happens today, and I'm the officer that responds to it, I'll follow up with you, give you a call and let you know.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Any other questions?
No, just please can you let Jessica follow up with me so I can make sure that the charges get reversed?
I'll go in and I'll tell the Jessica, should I tell her to call you?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, she can call me directly.
I'll tell her to call you. And other than that, you try to, enjoy the rest of your evening or morning. Is it morning where you are?
After that, here.
What time is it there?
It's 11:44.
Oh, so it's morning. So it's 2:44 here.
Yeah. I'm glad I caught that before the weekend because I have plans for the weekend, and I don't like, how it is with banks and locking cards and stuff. So
hopefully they can reverse those charges and get your funds back on your account by the end of the day.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Take care.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Approximately 30 minutes later, the officer received an urgent call from the hotel manager, alerting him that the suspect had returned to the Marriott.
That's his van right there.
What's specific?
Right here. That's his van, but
Gray?
Yeah, the gray one right now. He's in the bathroom.
All right. What are you wearing?
Showing there.
366, copy Georgia. Copy Georgia radio is Delta.
Hold on, another 2018 Parker, which is covering color valid for Jones.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey,
Huh?
He went to the.
First room. What are you wearing again?
Yeah,
All right. Ready? He went to the main restroom on the right over there.
The officer promptly located the suspect and took him into custody for further questioning.
How you doing? What's your name, boss? That's your kid?
Yeah.
You with anybody else? Talk to him. You who?
Mom, with his mom
Where is she?
in the bathroom.
All right. Let him go, mom. Let him go, mom. Me and you need to talk. Is this mom with the dress on?
Yeah.
All right.
She saying you already?
She's right here. Ma'am, just stay here. Hey, buddy. I need to talk to him, okay?
Okay.
All right. King,
What's going on?
we're going to figure it out in a second, okay? I just need you to take care of the kid.
What's
Okay?
going on?
We're going to get to it in a second.
Come here.
Just take care of the baby, okay?
I need the car key. And my car.
Hold off on getting anything. Hold off. Hold off on anything.
Let's just figure this out real quick.
If he good and we done, hold off on the key.
On the car key?
Well, yeah.
So what, how am I supposed to take care of it?
Just hold off. You can have a seat in the lot.
Yeah, just go ahead and sit down. We'll be right back, okay?
Do the thing, boss. I got a few questions I need you to answer, okay?
Yeah, what am I getting to
I'll let you know, okay?
Yeah, so there's no point in getting
It is.
There is.
Put you in fine, you back.
No.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not a game, man. It's serious. I'm gonna let you know in a second. All right, but I need to detain you.
For our safety, we need to detain you.
I don't know, no bullshit.
Hey, that's cool. It just makes it so much easier, okay?
Okay, listen. What am I getting detained?
Well, as soon as he gets you situated, as soon as we get situated, man, we'll let you know, okay? All right, well, I promise you, man, we'll let you know. Yeah.
We doing that. Y'all not telling me what I'm getting arrested for, sir.
You're not arrested right now, you're detained. Don't do
There's a
it.
difference, man. You detained, all right?
Listen.
All right. After this, I talk to you. Give me a second, okay? All right. Yeah, I can.
I'm not giving me a reason, sir.
I have a reason, sir.
We're gonna tell you just a second, okay?
What is the reason?
Ma'am, what you got? What are they doing?
He's sitting down.
All right, I need you to be with the baby. He's an adult. How old is he? Is he an adult?
He is my.
Yeah.
Listen to the questions I'm asking.
What's going on?
Right now, you got a kid somewhere. Listen.
Together.
I got you. But y'all making this a lot difficult.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right, I need you to be with that baby.
Just get king.
All right, stay with that baby.
I got it. Just get
All
king.
right. You got no weapons on you?
No.
I'm patching up, make sure you got no weapons. All right.
He claimed to be completely unaware of any fraudulent activities and stated that a friend had arranged the hotel booking, for which he had paid him.
All right, now we can talk. You can put your back against the wall.
Can we go somewhere more ventilation or something? Like,
Huh?
we go somewhere.
We're trying to keep we're trying to keep everybody at your business.
All right.
Keep the kid from seeing you in handcuffs.
All right.
All right.
Can we just get this process over?
All right. What's your name?
Greg.
Gregory what?
I said Greg. Dirk one Greg.
Greg?
Yeah.
Do you have a room here?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta check out tomorrow.
What's your room?
620.
All right. You got a Miranda card? Y'all got what? Miranda card?
I'm right here on me. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I do, actually. There you go, sir.
Okay, so what's going on?
Let me read this to you. All right, then we're gonna talk. All right. You have the right to remain. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Listen to this. Listen to the questions I'm asking you. Do you understand the rights I explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yeah, listen, but I need to get handcuffs.
Listen to the question.
I understand.
All right, I need an answer, yes or no. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yes, sir.
Cool, this is what we got. Room 260, okay? Room 620.
620.
Room 620. All right, room 620 is using a card that the card owner did not authorize that room to use that card. All right, she didn't authorize anybody to use that card to reserve that room. That room has several charges on that card. All right, the owner of that card contacted Marriott today. Said she did not authorize anybody to use her card. She did not know you.
I don't know what number it is, bro.
You don't know about it? What? This thing, the room is in your name.
I understand.
All right.
We got a picture, man. I need someone to give me a room. I paid my friend to have me a room.
You pay who?
My friend Elijah.
Your friend Elijah? And who booked the room?
My friend Elijah.
But the room has your name on it.
It had to be when I had to check in.
So that's your story? Somebody else booked the room under your name?
For a discount, like he was like, I could pay him half off and give me a room.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a phone number or anything for Elijah?
No, it was some like WhatsApp or some shit like that. It was
who?
like WhatsApp or some shit like
So
that.
that's how y'all communicated?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Do you have that on your WhatsApp on your phone you can show me?
No, the phone I had broke.
You don't have a phone anymore.
No, I got a new phone, and I'm waiting on everything to get transferred. I'm using hotspot on my phone right now until I'm able to get a new phone fixed.
You have everything you telling me, son? I'm just saying that you have everything. Not saying you lying.
I mean, sir, what's going to happen, sir? Because I mean,
right now I'm trying to get information from you about.
Yeah, I mean, it's already happening. It already happened. So I just have to. I guess I face my. I mean, if you saying that's what happened, that's what happened.
I'm just naming the facts, man. I spoke with. I spoke with him.
I sent my bread, bro. I'm in this situation. I mean, shit, like he was evicted, so I tried to figure something else out, bro.
You said he was evicted.
No, we just got evicted.
All right, so do what you tell me. I want to make sure I'm clear. You was evicted from your place. You talked to your friend Elijah. Elijah booked your room using. Listen, Elijah booked your room using a credit card, and you paid half off.
I didn't know what he do. He just said he do rooms half off. I'm like, all right, bro. I said this much. He said, okay, I'll charge you this much. I sent him the money. He was like, okay, you go check in, use your name.
Okay. When did you check in?
A couple days back, bro.
A couple days back.
Yeah.
Okay. How many times have you extended the reservation?
Probably 2 times.
Probably twice.
Yeah.
Okay. When were those times?
Within the last couple days.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it was this morning, right? Did you come down this morning and extend it?
Yeah, I stayed this morning.
All right. You
Yeah,
should remember that.
yeah.
And when was the other time?
Yeah, I'm stressed.
Watch that.
Hey, I'm coming to talk to you just a second.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna be with y'all in a minute.
All right, well, I'm coming to talk to you just a moment.
All right, boss. Give me a minute. I'm gonna run some information. And we'll go from there. But for now, you want somebody with you? Sorry, real quick. I call manager real quick. Yeah, I got you. Let him know. We'll go from there.
You want to talk to her too?
You want me to tell her what's going on so she can chill out?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes or no? It's up to you.
listen, we gotta leave the room.
Well, we passed that, man. This criminal wise. We ain't got there yet. We'll get. I gotta talk to the front desk to get the key. I don't have a key.
No, I'm saying give her
Key to the car.
Yeah,
All right, we get that. I got you.
we got food in the car.
When we get that, I got you right now. Your car blocked in. So just give me a minute, all right? Ma'am? Okay. Y'all have a chat together? All right, so this is what's going on. The room 620 that he booked was booked using a fraudulent credit card. All right,
Okay.
that's why he didn't cut you.
Okay. And
All right,
what?
that's it.
I thought he used something. He got that from one of his friends or something.
Well, we're trying to figure that out, but I spoke with the credit card holder, the person who carded this,
Yeah.
our debit card. She didn't authorize anybody to use her card.
That is unfortunate.
As a last-ditch effort, the suspect proposed to settle the matter by paying in cash to the affected debit card holder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he was telling me later when the first started. I mean, like I said, we're working with a lot right now, but we do have a couple of setup to lose like move. So if you can mention to her, if I can pay her back, please do that. I got a family, bro.
That's not what I did. Listen, that's not what I did. She already, man. It's like, that's not what I do. I spoke to her on the phone. She made it clear that she wanted to prosecute. All right. I'm not gonna go back and forth and tell her that you want to pay on cash.
I can cash up.
No. Listen, I don't
Listen, I know what you doing, bro. I say no, just ask brother, bro. Can you please ask him?
listen to me.
He said that sounded okay.
I got you, but if you give me the chance to figure out what's gonna happen here, again, right now you're the attorney. You gave me the story on what happened. Now it's just a matter of me talking with my supervisor real quick to figure out the next thing. I'm not gonna call her. No, listen. I already gave you the answer, sir. All right, awesome. Sergeant on the way. I'm not gonna call her and tell her to pay her in cash. That's not how this works. Okay. I'm gonna talk to him.
322,
Then we'll go from there. All right, Sergeant. You got me?
I got you.
Is your ID in your pocket?
Yeah.
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
Is it work?
No, it's just in my pocket, bro.
Okay. Is it right with phones? You're not sure?
No, it's right here to the right.
Right pocket?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I was telling both the officers, we just got a victim. I just paid my friend a discounted price to be able to get the room. I didn't know none of this was going on. If it's a way that I can pay the lady cash, we don't have much, but I can definitely pay her something for the inconvenience. But I can't afford to go to jail right now. So I got 2 kids.
I can look up and see if there's a person on the other end of this credit card that's being victimized. It's their decision too.
So I can give her the money back.
That's not my decision.
Yeah, I'm just asking if, since you said she could contact you guys, can you please see if you guys can contact her and see can I pay her cash or cash up or
I don't know what's going on.
just
Do you know this person?
no the lady?
Do you know whose credit card it is?
I don't know about her. I just paid my friend to book the room. Like, come on, man.
We gotta go through the process.
Just let her go. I saw see this one. Just let her go. Just let her go.
I got you. I'm gonna enter the keys, but get the car all in. So she can't move without moving the car. And I get my keys. Okay.
Please stay over here.
Hey. Talk to Train. Got a few more questions you want me to ask him and call back. Excuse me. Mr. Rivers, how much money did you pay the friend? What's the friend name again? Elijah. How much money did you pay Elijah? $220. You paid him anything additional? Okay. So when you first made the reservation, what did you gave him $220 and nothing else additional? How long have you known Elijah? If you would have to say a year, 3 years, 6 months, 3 months,
Probably a couple weeks.
a couple weeks,
Yeah.
a couple weeks prior to making the reservation.
Yeah.
Where did you meet him?
I think somebody on Instagram mentioned me to him. Yeah, I think somebody on Instagram told me to him up something like that. I think I may have made a post or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do wrong, I need wrong.
Can you show me any of that?
No, I told you I don't have nothing.
Do
My
you,
husband's phone situation.
gotcha. So do you know of any contact information for Elijah?
This like a username. I don't have a like actual phone number there. Damn, bro. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know.
All right, stand by. I'll be right back with you, okay?
With the collected information, the officer made the decision, in consultation with his supervisor and a detective, to proceed with the arrest of the suspect.
All right, sir, this is what happened. All right, you're going to jail. You're going to be arrested, all right? For financial transaction fraud. Do you want to talk with the detective gave you the option to ask if you want to talk with him?
They help me out.
That's yes or no, it's up to you.
Yeah, they help me out. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna transport you to the jail. I'll let you I'm gonna transport you to the jail, let you talk to the detective. All right.
You going to Shannon?
You going to Shannon?
Okay. You ain't gonna have to go to Shannon. You gonna go talk to them.
Oh, sorry.
You gonna go to the police department. That's what we mean. We going to police department. I want to take her.
Come on, boss, walk over here. Sorry, walk over here. Walk over here. You're not listening to me. And I've been real generous about your son not seeing you this whole entire time.
I appreciate it.
All right, walk over here. He's trying to make sure your son don't see you in cuffs, all right? Is the kid going search? We're not gonna walk all the way around, boss. I'm gonna just try to see if I can get your girlfriend to move out of the way. Walk up for me.
Give my phone. Give my phone.
Well, when I get to the car, we'll hand it to him, all right?
So am I like, is this for real? Why am I getting detained, bro?
I explained all that to you already,
I'm
sir.
saying, but I thought bro said you guys were trying to work out an option for me.
I'm sorry.
Bro, the other
That's
officer.
the option. All right.
Why you being so
You
mean,
can
bro?
go. I'm not being mean. You did that. You got to be held responsible for what you do. I'm doing my job. You got to be held responsible.
Like, and I would spend more money. Like, we was trying to go to my grandmother's house eventually, bro.
You can go and you can talk
That's
to
why
this
we had so many
detective.
clothes up there, bro. We're homeless, bro.
Listen. You can go and you can talk to this detective. That's the only options right now. All right.
Fuck, bro. All right now, bro. That's homeless, bro.
Come on, sir.
We're walking over there. Can we go like this?
We're going to no, sir. We're going out the front door. All right.
You doing both, bro.
I ain't doing the most, man. I'm asking your question. I don't ask every question you don't ask me.
That's a lot of different ways. That's all I'm saying.
I said no, sir.
Let's just go. This is ridiculous, bro. It's no warning or nothing, bro. How are they gonna get this? Come on, bro.
The suspect was subsequently transported to the Chamblee Police Department for further questioning. Upon thorough examination of the case, the suspect was officially charged with financial transaction card fraud and transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
Go ahead.
Hey, something that's going on her. On that belongs to her. Can you make sure you hold that? Then let me grab it from you before you take off.
Did you hear what he said? Okay, you want to get by your debit card? My debit card?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll get it when we get to the car. Simple.
I don't get this type of shit, bro.
We're going to the
Why
last
am I
car.
look this bad, bro?
Watch yourself, boss.
We get evicted in this shit, bro. Oh, bro. Yeah. Why can't I just pay the money?
Don't get in here. Hold tight.
Yeah, lower pocket right here.
I'll pick it up. It's the card that failed. I'll pick that back up.
No, I was talking about one of my
I
pockets.
got you.
All right, bet.
Turn around for me.
Use my phone.
You keeping your phones?
You need to get.
You want to give out your phones?
I mean, bro,
It's up to you, sir.
am I gonna be able to get my property when I get up?
You can take them with you. You know your numbers by heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I get a bond? How does this work?
I don't know. You'll find out when you get to the jail. You move the cone out your way. You can be able to have it. Have a seat. Is that correct? That's right. All right, go ahead, put your shoe in for the police. Sir?
One of them?
Yep, give me a second, all right.
That's the end of that one, but don't fret. I have another. This is when the killer is the first to arrive at the crime scene.
Earl was back out of the house. So why was Earl?
They tried calling him, no answer. They couldn't get away with it today, and I'm coming out now to my court, and he can't get out the door, and when I look, everything's black. They died. They're like, what shit? I've been out for 2 days. Okay. And I tried calling them, no answer. They tried calling him, no answer. They couldn't get away with it today, and I'm coming out now to my court, and he can't get out the door, and when I look, everything's black. They died. They're like, what shit?
Nikki, calm down for me, okay? Nikki.
On Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019, the snow-swept town of Bismarck, North Dakota, had their New Year's excitement cut short.
When was the last time you had contact with Chad?
Monday.
Monday? Okay. Yeah. Did you have contact with him at this address?
Oh, we died on the phone.
On the phone? Okay.
At 5 p.m., Nikki Ensel placed this distressed 911 call from outside her home. She had arrived in her house after a long stay out of town, only to find that a fire raged inside and that her husband, Chad Ensel, had been trapped in the blaze. The fire department found Chad dead in the master bedroom, barrel shotgun.
But that's what I want to find out. So why would that happen to Chad?
Like any devastated wife, Nikki sought answers and asked the police to investigate.
Nikki, why?
In 2016, Nikki Sue met Chad Ensel at a racing event. By the time Nikki and Chad met, Nikki had amassed 3 separate criminal convictions. In fact, Nikki and Chad married the same year they met in 2016, while Nikki was still on probation, and she and her 2 children moved into Chad's house in Bismarck, where they began their new life as a family. Things seemed so good, in fact, that in 2019, Chad took out a life insurance policy worth $600,000 with Nikki Sue as the sole beneficiary. In 2019, Nikki began an affair with Earl Howard. As time went on, the pair spent more and more time together, even staying in hotel rooms in Bismarck. And when the pair knew Chad wouldn't be home on this fateful night, they decided it was the perfect time to pounce. On the evening of December 30th, Chad Ensel left his home to go bowling, one of his regular hobbies. The CCTV capture of him walking into the bowling alley is the last known video footage we have of Chad still alive. Taking advantage of Chad being out, Nikki and Earl removed several items from Nikki and Chad's home. Together, Nikki and Earl brought all their stuff back to the hotel room where they were staying, and CCTV footage captured them taking multiple trips into and out of Staybridge suites. Chad arrived back home sometime before 1:11 a.m. Between then and 2:56 a.m., Chad's life would be taken. But how? On January 2nd, Chad's co-workers became concerned that he wasn't showing up for work. They decided to make a trip to Chad's home to check on him. They received no response when they knocked on the door, despite seeing Chad's car in the driveway. Having failed to contact Chad, his co-workers called the police, requesting that they perform a welfare check on him. The police also made their way to the property and received no response when they knocked on the door. At 5 p.m., Nikki returned from work and parked in the driveway of her and Chad's home. When she went inside, she was stunned that smoke had filled their house. She called 911.
I've been out for a few days, and I tried calling them, no answer.
The fire department arrived on the scene. They found significant fire damage in the home, but no active fires. They found Chad's body in the bedroom, along with a shotgun, a propane tank, and bottles of whiskey. Fire marshals initially concluded that Chad's death might have been an alcohol-induced accidental suicide. However, a little more searching revealed a very different story. After examining the rest of the house, the fire department concluded that 2 separate fires had been started in the home, one on the furnace and one in the bedroom. Interestingly enough, fire marshals also found traces of fire accelerant on both the furnace and the bedroom. Interesting. But when the police arrived on the scene, the list of inconsistencies only grew. They noticed that shotgun pellets were lodged in the bedroom wall at an angle that was not consistent with Chad having shot himself. By this point, the police had strong suspicions that foul play was involved in Chad Ensel's death. On January 8th, Nikki was interviewed by 2 Bismarck police officers, initially as a potential witness or source of further information. However, as you will soon see, the officers suspect Nikki might know more than she let on, and the footage from Nikki's interrogation reveals painstaking efforts by police to unravel the tangled web of lies and false evidence that Nikki had woven around them.
You don't have to be like that about it. Get through this and get it done. Like I said, I cleared my schedule. I might have to jump out to take a phone call here now and then, just because I can't completely hide away. Once again, I apologize so much. I couldn't get back to it. Like I said, I was in court. It just, judge doesn't let me take phone calls or anything, so.
In most police interrogations conducted in the United States, officers begin with the immediate application of the Reed technique. The Reed method is very effective, as it is meant breaks down the interview's barriers and resistance to being questioned, eventually leading to a confession from the guilty party. However, this method is critiqued precisely because it is so good at extracting confessions, which later may turn out to be false. In Nikki's case, the inspector began with an approach similar to the peace method, which was much more friendly, open, and encouraged Nikki to tell her entire version of the story with minimal interruption.
I'm sorry, I just needed.
No, Nikki, you don't have to apologize for that.
From the start of the interrogation footage, Nikki also has a clear approach. She tries to play on the inspector's friendliness, getting him to view her as vulnerable, fragile, and likable.
First, how did you guys meet?
Through racing.
Through racing? Okay. Like, how?
I'm just gonna check out from there, just be right, from West Racing, and.
So you were racing too?
I was racing up and we took out from there, and I was in so we traveled back and forth, and we only got to see each other like twice a month because of my child and his job, so.
Were you guys dating then? Okay.
A year and a half, almost 2 years of dating. We got engaged.
What was in the air, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How long were you guys engaged for?
A year.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
A big transition. I don't know, I'm not sure that's a transition.
I said, I said, see the cool and everything, please.
So he was just different personality, right?
He's completely different, like night and day when you're drinking and drinking.
When did you start to notice his drinking increase? Like when your relationship?
Throughout the interrogation, Nikki fidgets with her hands in the sleeves of her jacket. Her fidgeting and hand movements become worse as she speaks to the inspector about her husband Chad's drinking. To body language experts, hand movements are an important cue in determining someone's emotional state. In Nikki's case, her extreme hand fidgeting could indicate that she is tense, anxious, or even hiding parts of the truth.
When was that? 2 years ago. So that's when this was kind of started? When you started noticing it, I guess?
Oh, he's always doing our entire relationship.
Right. But when you said it, you said you saw it increase.
We got it about 2 years.
Okay. So that's 2 years ago, so 2018?
17.
There's also a clear mismatch between Nikki's shy, mumbling speaking tone and her body language. She does not hesitate to forcefully grab the inspector's arm to demonstrate Chad's alleged abuse. This lack of synchronization between her verbal and physical persona would have instantly revealed to the inspector that a much stronger personality was being concealed behind the demure.
So was there, was there a time that you're like, I think I'm gonna, try for this? I know you said you got new phones.
Well,
Hey, can y'all not hear it? No? Okay, hold on. I wonder why. Let's see. Oh, great, Christy. Now you have to figure out what's going on. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Let's do this. I will play again. And press 1 if you have sound. Thanks. Okay, let's see. You guys, what in the heck? Okay, let's see if you hear it now. Of course, would it be a normal stream for me if something didn't go wrong? Let's try this again. I'll stop sharing it and I'm going to reshare it and see if it works. If it doesn't work that way, I have no earthly idea what's going on. Because we just watched a video. If this works now. Okay. Cross your fingers.
We did not have Chad, and there was no soot in his lungs or in his throat. And that tells us that Chad was dead before the fire started.
In this case, the inspector candidly tells Nikki that Chad did not die in the fire but was shot instead. Her lukewarm response betrays far less surprise than she may have intended and suggests she is already well aware of the circumstances Chad died in.
Nikki, this is Joe Aarons.
Hi.
He's with Bureau of Criminal Investigations.
However, because Nikki still isn't coming clean, a second inspector joins the interrogation to support the application of the Reed technique.
And
I have to go soon.
When the second inspector walks in, Nikki's first response is to state that she has to leave soon. Within less than 3 seconds, Nikki had immediately revealed to both inspectors at the turn of the interrogation had made her extremely skittish and defensive. To the inspectors, this would have been an important red flag as it became clear they were reaching a potential breaking point.
I wanted to come in and do that, so we wanted to get me in here as soon as we could then. Sorry, I had some other things going on too, so I missed a lot of, apparently, like, you've been talking to him for a while now. Okay. So I guess at this point, you know, I've reviewed everything. The biggest thing you need to be doing right now is you gotta be honest about everything. We have a lot of information. I was at the crime scene. I know you've been talking to him and told him some things. Some of that I can tell you right now is not true. Then explain to me why at 6:32 there was someone back out there. You guys were back out there. Don't claim you don't know. You know, I think that you feel bad about what happened. Here, look at me though. You feel bad about what happened, don't you?
Oh, what?
What's happened to Chad at this point?
It has nothing to do with what happened to Chad.
Right. Here's the deal on this. The longer time goes on, what you do know, it's not going to get any easier. It's going to keep building up and building up on you. You're not going to later on feel better about this. The only way you're going to have any closure to this at all is for you to be honest with us. And since I've been in here, you haven't been honest to me at all.
The second inspector is far more aggressive than the first, proceeding with the Reed technique and reaching a point where he explicitly and repeatedly accuses Nikki of lying, pushing her into longer silences and shorter answers as she tries to piece together a new version of events that makes sense in the face of evidence against her.
I don't know what happened to you. I don't. That's why I asked you guys. I don't know.
But then why do you keep lying to me?
I don't know what happened to him. I don't.
One of the core elements in the application of the Reed method is the development of a theme to present to the suspect and see whether or not their responses confirm it. From the get-go, the second inspector's implicit theme is that Nikki killed Chad, or at least knows who did. Unbeknownst to her, Nikki's rapidly changing narrative is only feeding right into the inspector's theme building.
What's your relationship with Earl?
We've known each other, like he first bought cookies, and from there when I came into the area, I've went and catered or cooked for him before, and we've more so developed a joking relationship. He's hung out with my kids. I've met his daughter.
Have you met his wife? You said he was married.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've not met his wife. No.
Okay.
No.
And Chad knows Earl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they friends?
They've met. They've hung out. They've, so he's came over and.
One of the topics the second inspector covers in detail is the nature of Nikki's relationship with Earl. Nikki's description of her relationship with Earl only confirms police suspicions that she's omitting important facts to the case. She tells the second inspector that Earl is just a friend, and that he and Chad know each other and hung out.
So Chad knows Earl.
Mm-hmm.
They get along?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then I understand you were staying at the Stay Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you were staying with Earl?
He had already had a room there, and I told him I was upset Monday, and I said, I need some time. The furnace isn't working. It's forever anything. I said, I told Chad, I said, I can't keep doing furnace working. I don't want to be here. I said, it's been out pretty much since.
What did Chad think of you going and staying in a hotel room with Earl?
Mm-hmm.
Chad didn't think anything of that? Really?
No.
I'm a married man myself. That would not fly with. I don't know any guy that would fly with that.
I guess I
go
don't.
stay. What would you have done if Chad had went and stayed with Earl's wife in a hotel room while you stayed home? Come on, let's be realistic here. So do you and Earl, it's more than just a friendship. I mean, there's definitely a romantic relationship there, right?
In response, the officer attempts to get Nikki to admit to her romantic involvement with Earl by highlighting how implausible it seems for Chad to have been fine with Nikki staying in a hotel room alone with Earl.
I want to hear step by step what happened when you and Earl were out there for an hour and 40
We
minutes.
walked to the house. We got there. He was drinking. Him and Earl talked.
You remember that when they were talking?
Chad was in his couch, whatever you want to call it, his couch area. And he was drinking. Earl said hi, they talked about whatever. And I told him, I said, I'm not staying here if the furnace doesn't work. It's not happening. I can't do it. The kids can't do it. It's not fair to us. I said, I want nothing more than to be the place that has heat. It's freezing outside, everything else. Me and him are arguing. And finally I just said, that's it. Done. I'm leaving. I left.
And where was Earl during this?
Was boots on to come out?
Huh?
Was boots on to come out of the house?
Okay. Was he actually, or was he still in the house while you were out there?
I was just putting boots on.
Okay. And where was he putting boots on at?
In the entryway thing right there.
Okay.
I said, you please went out with me. I just want to check on my bags.
And where was Chad when you went out there?
I slept in the house.
Okay, but where was Chad?
When the house was dark. Usually you're still sleeping.
Okay.
I
And did Earl come in then too?
don't think I was in the house.
Think about that for a minute.
The second inspector's application of the Reed method is very effective, causing Nikki to crack and recount an entirely different version of events than the one she had initially presented to the first inspector. This is a major win for the police, as they now have recorded evidence that Nikki was at least partially lying during her first account.
And where'd you go?
Back to the hotel. Because I finishing my work. I need my patches. I have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And if I don't have my patches on, I'll be even sicker.
What did you and Earl do from the time you got back to the hotel room the first time after being out there at your house? Or not the first time, I suppose it would be the second time, when you guys were out there for about an hour and 40 minutes, and then you went back to the hotel. What did you guys do?
I went to the gentleman during my meds. My meds were important to me.
Mm-hmm. So then tell me why, before you guys went out there that time to get your meds, why did you feel the need to go and try to tamper with the camera system?
I don't.
You logged on at 12:43 a.m. and were attempting to put the camera in like a privacy mode, which just didn't work. And then you showed up out there 15 minutes later.
Anybody can log into my cameras that have my stuff. They don't just have to be whatever. I mean.
But it wasn't just anyone, it was you.
I've opened
It
my
wasn't just
cameras.
anyone.
I've opened my cameras before and it's been open, and I've not known it's been open before. Here's the other thing. If I go near my home with my watch and all that, my geofence goes off.
Right.
So.
But so why were you in there trying to switch the camera on?
I was like,
we know it was you.
If I was in it, I have my hand on the button and I'm not paying attention. I don't go in and dink around with the system. Well, I know I went into it the other day and tried to update my geofence from where we lived to where we're living now, and it wouldn't work. It kept defaulting back to other stuff. And I tried to go in and change my stuff before, because when I go to school or pick 2 days from school, it beeps at me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I gotta change it. We don't even live there.
Just over an hour into the interrogation, Nikki finally begins telling the inspector about the days leading up to Chad's death. This is where her lying begins to clash with the evidence that Bismarck law enforcement already knows about but is deliberately holding back from Nikki. Nikki explicitly states that she and Earl went to the house she shared with Chad while he was out bowling on the night he died. Aside from this, she makes no reference to having gone back to the house at any other point that day. In fact, the police already knew that Nikki had returned to the house sometime between 1:11 and 2:56 a.m. as Nikki had attempted to set her home security system to privacy mode, which turned off CCTV cameras, but left door.
All right, so let's just recap a little bit. So you guys went out there about 1:10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's go back. So first, you go on the cameras, you try to put them in privacy mode, but it doesn't work. Then you show up.
Update my geofence.
Okay, then you show up at 1:10, and you're there for an hour and 40 minutes. You leave around 3 o'clock, 2:56 to be exact. All right, 6:32, you show up back out at the house. You and Earl. 6:38, you and Earl leave. Activity throughout the day. Then at about 10:55 that evening, then you guys are back out at the house again.
I don't remember being back at the house.
Or was Earl back out at the house without you?
I don't remember being back at the house.
All right, so was Earl at the house without you? Possible?
Possible. I don't remember being at the house.
So Earl went out there by himself. What would Earl have went back out to that house by himself? And why would Earl have went back out to that house by himself without telling you?
I don't know. I would have been back out at the house.
So Earl was back out at the house. So why was Earl back out at the house? Come on, he would have told you. Earl was not gonna leave and go out to your house and not mention it to you. So what did Earl tell
I don't know
you?
what he would abandon the house for.
What did Earl tell you?
He was even out and didn't see if Chad was home.
Okay, so he did tell you.
Because I wanted to get some more stuff out.
Okay, so why didn't you go with him? I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you in any way. But people who lie to me, I feel that's being disrespectful to me. If you want me to treat you with that respect, you're going to start treating me with that respect. And your continuous lying isn't working. And I think overall, you are a decent person. I think you're a good person. You've raised 2 sons. You have a good job.
The second inspector follows on with another phase in the Reed method, which is to try to defend the suspect's moral integrity, making them feel supported and encouraging them to confess. In this case, the inspector reassures Nikki that despite her consistent lying, he still thinks she's a good person.
I was planning on leaving.
Yes. And where were you going?
I was planning on moving away.
To where?
Texas.
Okay. Where at in Texas?
I was at Austin.
Okay. Did you have a job down there?
Potentially, yes. I've done interviews, yes.
Okay.
All right.
You have job interviews or you did?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've had a couple over the phone.
Okay. So when was that supposed to happen?
The 13th.
13th? Okay. And just, you're moving to Texas?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody else? Okay. So Earl wasn't moving to Texas with you?
No.
Was there any talk of Earl moving to Texas with you? Nothing at all. So there's no text messages to a realtor or anything like that
He would eventually like to move home. He's from there, but
that's not what I'm talking about, what Earl's plans are later on in life. So there's no text messages regarding you and Earl looking at houses down there.
please come out look at them with me. Yeah, I mean, I want someone to help me look at a house. I don't want to do it alone. I mean, I want someone to help me.
Did Chad know you were leaving?
I told him before I was going to leave. Yes.
Okay. So let's again go back through some of this again, because a lot of it's still not making sense to me. And honestly, the reason some of it's not making sense is because you keep lying to me. Almost everything I've asked you about the events, you've lied about.
I mean, I thought you were honest with me. I thought that's what we were doing here. I mean, I trusted you this whole time.
I'll be right back.
And
I don't know what happened.
okay, but Nikki, look, why were you so dishonest with me about this? I trusted you.
Essentially, man, I forgot what ring my phone. Did you know how full my brain is?
I know, but I asked you those things. I asked you that. You weren't honest with me. Why?
I forgot what potential ring my phone is. I don't
That's
remember
okay,
what potential
Nikki. That's not forgetting. That's lying to me. You lied to me.
Sorry.
And we know that Chad was killed. You've got to tell us an explanation for it.
What happened? Honestly, I don't.
Something more happened that night.
Not illegal.
Nikki, that's not true. We know that off the information that we've gathered. We have all kinds of things. Like I said, you've got to stop telling lies. Tell me what went down that night.
Okay.
He told you, Nikki. He told you what happened in there. Now's your time to tell us.
Is it? You know what? Earl would not have let you go back into that house and not have told you.
No.
Because what if you went to the back bedroom, went back to the master bedroom, and Earl's just standing in the kitchen going, huh? No.
The final phase of Nikki Ensel's interrogation is much shorter than the rest. After an effective use of the Reed method by the inspectors, they begin to act as a team, putting pressure on Nikki at the same time and pushing her to answer their questions. As you will soon see, this is the approach that eventually causes Nikki to crack entirely.
And then what? They argued and then what? Okay.
So that was Earl and Chad, not this mystery guy.
Then what?
I went out into the car.
Okay.
And nothing like somebody told me now.
Why?
You asked what happened.
I said what happened.
And what did Earl say?
Not alive.
Earl said he's not alive. And then what?
He might not be alive. I don't know for sure. So what?
After a 3-hour-long interrogation, Nikki finally breaks. She tells the officers an entirely different version of events than the one she had laid out initially. Nikki plainly states that Earl was the one who shot Chad, and then exited the house to tell her that Chad was not alive.
He came back to start that fire. Who planned that part? Was that you or was that Earl?
No.
You didn't plan to come and set the house on fire.
No.
Earl did. Chad is dead and you know that. Why would you still call him that? Whose idea was that?
I'm scared. Just other place in my head.
Okay, so you weren't trying to take time to figure anything out?
It's a bit too much scared.
What about then on the second, when his coworkers are out at the house and they call you and say, hey, he didn't show up for work, and you just basically tell them, I'm busy at work right now, I'll check on it later. What was going through your mind at that point? Because you knew exactly why Chad wasn't.
Did you talk with Earl when they started calling from work?
No, because I've been crazy busy.
Nikki, your husband just died in a really weird, crazy circumstance that just snowballed out of control. You can't tell me that you weren't thinking of that. That had to be every second of your life from the time it happened.
As Nikki continues her story, the lies she's telling only become clearer. In the 911 call she placed on January 2nd, Nikki mentioned not having seen or heard from Chad since Monday. However, the welfare check request placed by Chad's coworkers to the police on January 2nd tells a different story.
I'm calling to see if you guys can do a welfare check on one of our employees. His wife called in sick for work on Tuesday, and we haven't heard from him since.
This welfare check call is a key piece of evidence for law enforcement. Based on the evidence they have in Nikki's account so far, they can determine that Nikki returned to her and Chad's home between 1:11 and 2:56 a.m. on December 31st, and that she is deliberately leaving out key information, highlighting her potential involvement in Chad's death.
What did Earl say to do? What did you guys talk about? What did you guys think to do? This is the part where I'm trying to understand.
I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, there's so nice to me. I said, and everybody was being so nice to me about my phone and everything.
Yeah.
And I said, I just want to understand. I said, he's so nice to me. I said, I just want to go talk to him.
Right.
And every time I called you, you never called me back. And I called so many times. I called. I wanted to talk to you earlier.
And Nikki, that's why we're talking now.
And I called.
Okay, and that's why we're talking now, okay?
And I called. And
We can get past that point, okay? That's your conscience telling you to do the right thing, okay? That's the mother in you of two children telling you, you have to take care of them, you have to come forward, you have to tell them. So tell me what those conversations were so I can understand and I can make sense of this. And like I said, if this is something that's snowballed out of control, like you said, that can make sense, right? But I can't keep dragging these answers out of you. I can't keep dragging what happened. I can't ask for the truth any harder.
I kept telling Earl, I said, I just want to talk to him. I said, I just want to talk to him. And he goes, call him, Dad. And I said, I do. And he never answers my phone and calls. And I said, I don't understand. You never call me back. And I called really like the next day already. And I called. And I
came out with you to Nikki. We're talking now, so that's okay. I apologize. I'm sorry, but we're talking now.
Nikki, we're not questioning why you're only telling us this now.
Right. We understand.
This I understand.
This is understandable.
I just don't understand. I said, it's crazy. I said, it was so yes. I said, I can't even think. It's just nuts. I said, it went from.
Finally, the inspectors succeed in getting Nikki to write a formal confession. However, her last recorded action during the interrogation incriminated her even more.
You don't have to be like that about it.
Nikki was seen attempting to rip up a part of her written confession, and the first inspector has no choice but to forcibly confiscate the document from her. Nikki's interview strategy made for a long, winding interrogation, but ultimately did not work in her favor. She quickly came face to face with the reality that the police had bought her act from the start. The evidence stacked against her was simply too great. Though the first inspector had initially given her the benefit of the doubt, Nikki was so distracted by acting out her false, shy persona that she failed to consider the possibility that the inspector might have already suspected her. By lying and omitting incriminating details, Nikki only laid the ground for her eventual conviction and wasted her time trying to present a fragile, vulnerable facade to an already skeptical officer. On top of that, Nikki's behavior and body language during the interrogation betrayed her. Her reactions were extreme, mismatched, and seemed tone-deaf considering the recent death of her husband. She swung wildly from extreme crying to laughter. She spoke extremely softly and quietly, yet made swift, abrupt movements, grabbing police officers to demonstrate her fabricated versions of events and even attempting to destroy evidence. After Nikki's interrogation, a warrant was issued for Earl's arrest. Both Nikki and Earl were tried in 2022. Nikki's final confession and trial evidence would reveal that Nikki and Earl had planned Chad's murder together. In fact, the chain of events that would lead to Chad's death on December 31st began 5 days prior. On December 26th, Nikki Ensel took out a renter's insurance policy with a benefit of $31,000. She then sent proof of this insurance policy to Earl's cell phone. With the aim of claiming insurance money and starting over together, Nikki and Earl went to work. In the early hours of December 31st, one or both of them shot Chad and planted the propane tank, alcohol, and shotgun around him, staging the scene to appear as a suicide. They also started several fires inside the home in the hopes that enough fire damage would be done to cover up crucial evidence for anyone looking too closely. We can only speculate that the delay between Chad's death on December 31st and Nikki's 911 call on January 2nd was a result of the cold weather in North Dakota, which continually snuffed out the fires Nikki and Earl were trying to ignite. Presumably, Nikki only phoned 911 once she felt the crime scene was suitably tampered with. Only 2 days after placing her 911 call, Nikki had already reached out to her insurance company, beginning the process of claiming for fire damages on the house.
So, my name is Bobby McMillian. I'm calling with Homesite Insurance. This is regarding the claim that was reported. I'm the adjuster assigned. Just wanted to touch base with you to look more
Yes,
information.
I was getting ready to call you to figure out what our next step needs to be. I've been looking on my list.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to the house.
I'm sorry.
I went to the house yesterday, and deputy took me out there.
Did you take any type of photos or anything like that?
I couldn't. I started crying until they got me back out. Because my husband passed away in the fire.
She wouldn't get to claim any insurance compensation, however, as Nikki Sue Ensel was convicted of all the charges laid against her.
We find the defendant, Nikki Sue Melissa Ensel, guilty for all 3 charges.
She was found guilty by the jury of conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to commit arson, and conspiracy to tamper with physical evidence. Nikki faces life imprisonment with the possibility of parole. Earl, on the other hand, faces 25 years in prison with the possibility of parole. That's a long time without Nikki's cookies, which apparently are to die for, while actually, apparently to kill for. To this day, Nikki continues to claim that she was not the one to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, Earl asserts that Nikki shot Chad, and he only staged the fire to help cover Nikki's tracks. It seems the web of lies that Nikki and Earl spun for the police still has them both trapped in its grasp.
I know y'all saw that message, right? Y'all saw that message. I know I did.
If you thought this was a fascinating glimpse into the mind of a lying, manipulative killer, you won't believe what took place in the interrogation of Stephen McDaniel. A cold-blooded killer who, just like Nikki and Earl, thought he had planned the perfect murder.
Why are you lying, Stephen? Who did it?
I don't know.
Yes, you do, Stephen.
Okay, I need to tell y'all a story before I end this. It's very, very short, but I almost died this morning. I almost died of a panic attack. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning, and I had found this ring, and it fit me because since I lost weight, all my rings are too big, of course. So I put it on. It was a little tight, but I left it on. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and don't you know this thing is tight AF on my finger? I mean, tight AF. So I try to get it off. I get my vitamin E oil, for oil. I get lotion. I use soap. Like I'm trying everything right, and this bitch is not budging. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna have to like cut it off at the hospital or something. So I'm like, y'all know I live with my mommy. So it's 4 o'clock at this time, right? I done did this for an hour. I start having a panic attack. I just know I'm about to have a heart attack. So I go wake my mom up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, dude, my finger's purple, and the band where the band of the ring goes was white. And I was like, yeah, I know, Berto. And so my mom's like, did you try this? And I'm like, yes. So she's like, well, I use the soap in the bathroom, the soft soap. So she's like, well, go try Dawn in the kitchen. So, of course, I don't care. I want the bitch off my finger. I go try Dawn, and she's pulling, and I'm pulling, and trying to get this ring off. And I'm so frustrated at this time. I said, go get some pliers. And she's like, I don't have pliers. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So she goes get some little scissor things that like hold roaches because it's curved. So she goes, gets that, and she clips it on the ring, and she just pulls with all her might. Bruh, I thought my finger went with the ring. My finger hurt for the next 3 hours so bad. That ring is not ever coming near me again. It better be in the trash can outside at the road because I don't ever want to see it again. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'll be back in an hour with Lori Vallo's Arizona arraignment in Maricopa County. It's very short, but I'll be here in an hour. See you then.